They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The 40 before he's out of bounds. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's out. For the midfield stripe at the 49.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, get him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Philadelphia.
They'll go to Barkley again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
Here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles 7, Broncos 0. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw, here's Nix. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Nix to the air.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They get this out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Looks good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Now it's Nix.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix.
And This is caught for a Bronco touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown.